Um, so I'm gonna be like well, I'm gonna try to stay for an hour. I'm not feeling too well. Um, I should have never ate that food from Whole Foods. I don't know what these people put in them veggie rolls, but it's not. It's just not it. I feel nauseous. Um, but I want to talk to y'all about the RBT. Thanks, Jay. I hope so too. I need some tea. I need to like literally drink a gallon of peppermint tea. I feel nauseous. You know what? Let me take the mint first. Hold on, y'all, because I for real feel nauseous. That's why y'all gotta have some mints. If your stomach hurt, you feel nauseous, have some peppermints. I want to talk to y'all. Thank you, Radiant Soul. I want to talk to y'all about the RBT PDU units. If you locked in on my live last night, we did talk about it very briefly, but this is a requirement, y'all. This is a requirement for y'all. So, and I kind of read it too a little bit because I really wanted to see, okay, when does when do you start accruing for the PDUs? Because it says 2027, but I see 2026. So I'm like, okay, what is really going on here? And you guys can look on the BACB website. I'm going to flip my camera soon. But it says for the recertification after January 1st, 2027. So it says as soon as an RBT becomes certified in 2026, or after they recertify in 2026, they will need to meet the following recertification requirements. So that is the professional development unit. So I guess if you become an RBT next year, or if you have to recertify, which I mean, many of us probably have to recertify anyways. So next year, that's when you have to start accruing them hours or the units. It's 12 hours. So it says, as an RBT, you must earn 12 hours of professional development units in your BACB account during your 2-year recertification cycle. So this is key because let's say I wanted to be an RBT. Let's say like I complete the 40-hour training maybe January 1st, right? And now let's say I take the exam like February 1st. Okay, now for you to maintain your certification, so I'm guessing starting the time you've been in RBT, you have 2 years for you to accrue them 12 hours. The 2 years you became, like starting the day you became an RBT, February 1st, 2026, and then you have up until February 1st, 2028, right, y'all? Yeah, 2 years for you to accrue them 12 PDUs, okay? And I think y'all got CEUs on top of that, but today we're only talking about the PDUs. So the professional development unit, yesterday, y'all, I said y'all might as well just become a BCABA. And why did I say that? Because look what the BACB said for y'all, right? I have to take this light out. So y'all can see this on your RBT handbook. Okay, let me move so y'all can see. RBT handbook. This is on page 35. And it says it right here. Behavior Analytic University courses with a passing grade C or higher at an accredited university. And for your documentation, it has to be your syllabi and transcripts from university courses. Okay, so this is key. Let me show you where I found that as well. This is your RBT professional development and service training requirement. This is the handbook for you to see. So it says RBTs may also earn PDUs by attending ACE provider events or by completing university behavior analytic coursework. Okay, so this is, listen, y'all. You see, this is what I'm trying to tell. I'm gonna flip my camera real quick. So I'm gonna flip my camera. This is exactly what I'm trying to tell y'all. the BACB is basically pushing y'all to gain more certification, like not more certification, more education. And they're basically telling y'all, if y'all pursue the BCABA track or even the BCBA track, right, then your courses are included as part of your PDUs, not the field work hours, okay, not the client specific training, not the RBT ongoing supervision, the courses alone. So this is, listen, this is my whole intake with the whole PDU thing and the CEU thing and all the U things with the RBTs. I thought that they were going to cut off the BCABA role. I'm like, these people trying to make RBTs have, which I'm not against knowledge. I'm not against RBTs updating their knowledge, but I really thought they're trying to push off the middleman, which is the BCABA, because too many people are still devaluing this role because they don't understand this role, especially RBTs. It's so sad because this is the career opportunity and really the career advancement that y'all crying for with pay increase, pay security. You get that through the BCABA role. So I thought they were gonna cut them off. But you know what? When I'm doing my research, and I'm seeing, they're saying behavior analytic coursework is considered towards your PDUs? Okay. So this is, listen, why am I pushing for this role? I'm pushing for this role because a lot of you guys are RBTs and you have years of experience. My target audience is only RBTs that got a bachelor's degree or pursuing their bachelor's degree, and they have two plus years of experience. Some of you got experience, even if it's not as an RBT. Maybe you work as a direct support professional. Maybe you work as another profession with individuals that has disabilities. You have the experience, bro. You have it and you got the degree. The only thing is like you got to check, okay, wait a minute. Did my program include those 6 courses? If it did not include the 6 courses, now I got to see, do I want to pursue the BCBA track? Meaning, do I want to get a whole master's degree? Okay, a graduate program is not like $5,000-$10,000. Okay, y'all, come on. It's 50% more than that. Do I want to get a whole master's degree, and get a BCBA certification because I feel like, well, this is the only thing I gotta do to level up, to advance in the field. I gotta be a BCBA. If that's how you feel, you have to, don't freaking do it. You feel like you have to because you're not educated in the other roles that are out there. I should say you're not aware of the other roles that are out there that you can do with your bachelor's degree. That's why anyone that follows my TikTok profile, you guys have all these options I give you guys. What you can do with your bachelor's degree, what you can do with your master's degree. I give you all these options, all these different career paths. It's just up to you to receive and apply. But when I push the BCABA role, it's because, again, this is the path. This is the role that pays a lot of money. Like, I don't know any other role that I posted that is bachelor's degree that pays up to $70 an hour bachelor's degree level. I don't know any other role. I haven't looked. I haven't been there yet. So the reason I push it is because you're already in the field, first and foremost. You're already working in ABA. You're already in the field. You got the RBT experience. Now it's time for you to just level up, bump up. Some of y'all think you need another certification. Another degree. You just need another certification. You don't need another degree. The thing is, if you're not, if you don't have enough time to research what else can I do, what's another certification, because I'm sick of doing this stuff. I'm sick of doing the same thing. There's no advancement here. Everything is just RBT, that boom, I have to do a big jump to get my graduate, go to get my master's degree. I don't want to do that yet. So you feel stuck. You feel stuck as an RBT because you feel like, well, what can I do? Because even if you get your master's degree, you got to wait another 1.5 years or 2, depending on your program. That's key. The program that you take, because the BCBA certification is just 6 classes. That's not the master's degree. That's just a track. It's just 6 classes. So you got to have a whole another year and a half doing a whole type of program, figuring out what do you want to do with your life. Because that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all get a degree in just ABA because you're like, well, I guess this is it, then my goodness, what if 2-3 years later you want to quit and then you're like, you don't know what else to do because you got a general master's degree in ABA? This is like, I'm trying to tell y'all, there's not that many people that pursue a higher degree besides master's degree. So when you pursue your master's degree, that's when you got to really just sit with yourself and see, what am I passionate about? What do I want to do? So whenever you see me post about the BCABA track, it's because this is something at least like, okay, I don't have to get a whole master's degree. I'm still fairly new in the field. I just want something more secure as far as pay security. And I do want to up my skills more. That's why I said do the BCABA track. It's 6 courses. If you're currently enrolled in your undergrad program, you might as well do it. They count towards your PDUs. That's an incentive right there. The fact that the BACB said, hey, you know what? If you pursue the behavior analytic courses and you have the documentation, we will count it towards your PDUs for your recertification. And then by the time you recertify, you won't even need it anyways because you up the level. I'm just saying, y'all. So it really depends on the path you want to take. There was someone in my comment section said, well, I have a bachelor's degree, but I don't know if I should go back to school so I can pursue my graduate degree. What do you think I should do? I told her, hop on my live so we can talk about it, because many of you are probably like, okay, well, what if I have this bachelor's and I did not take the 6 courses? What should I do? That's why I told y'all, right? Sit with yourself and see, do I want to pursue a master's degree right now? Is ABA something I am passionate about, or I feel forced because there's no other career advancement out there for me? That's where you got to ask yourself that, because a master's degree is not something that you can just, oh yeah, I have my master's. But again, are you going to pursue your doctorate? Are you going to pursue your PhD? Are you going to pursue, you don't know that. Some of us, we don't really like school like that. I'm just being real. So if you take the BCABA track, you got to pay for those courses. And then if you don't know, okay, how much the courses cost, how much the universities cost, y'all can go on my YouTube channel called BCABA Tipster, so you can see the universities, the online universities that provide the track only. You don't have to have a whole bachelor's degree program, only the track. You can see how much it costs and see if it makes sense for you, because it is an out-of-pocket change. Now, remember, the money you'll be earning is up to $70 an hour. Okay, so just put that in mind. I know some of us are like, okay, what about insurance? What about this? As of right now, again, I don't know every state in the United States of America, their insurance update. But right now, what I know is that they still recognize the BCABA role. And then again, the states that always hire for BCABAs is California, Texas, Arizona, Florida. I've seen Minnesota. I've seen New Jersey. I see, what's the other one? Maryland. So there's other states that's out there that hire for BCABAs. Just me. Oh, hey, just me. Hi, I'm in Florida. I have a bachelor's degree, but not in behavior analyst. So, oh yes, I remember your comment. So, okay, just me. So, if you have your bachelor's degree, right? So the thing is this: what is the program that you took? Because the BCABA track is only 6 courses, so it's not a whole degree program. It's just 6 courses. So do you have your bachelor's degree in psychology? You said what? Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, you didn't say it. So what matters is, one, what degree type you have, And then two, the courses. If you did not take the 6 courses, then that's where you have to sit now, because now you're like, I think you told me in the comments, you're not sure if you should go for your master's degree. So this is where you got to see, does it make sense for you to go to your master's degree? Is ABA something that is that a field that you really want to grow in and be a BCBA and possibly have your own private practice, if that's something that you want to do? Like those, because when you have your master's degree and your BCBA certification, it positions you in a place where you can have your own private practice maybe later on in the future. Hey Anthony, I haven't seen you in a while. Just me. Yeah, I want to do it because I'm training as an RBT right now. Okay, just me. So let me tell you something, right? I've had like almost 5, I believe it's 4 to 5 BCABAs that came in my TikTok live. Like the assistant behavior analyst, not the BCBA. So I've had almost 5 of them that came. They said this, right? At least not the one yesterday, but the other ones, they said that doing the BCABA track helped them with the BCBA exam, because they're also student analysts. So them being a BCABA really gave them an idea of what a day in a life as a BCBA will be. Because I'm telling you, your work as an RBT is not the same as BCBA. BCBA does a lot of paperwork. That's why I'm like, I don't know, people think that the RBT, and I didn't know either until I've done research and I've done the interviews. The RBT experience is good, right? It makes you aware of ABA, and if you've never had any experience working with individuals with disabilities, that it gives you experience. But now when you're in the upper level of being a senior behavior analyst, you're not doing direct services like that. You're doing parent training or coaching, writing behavior plans, writing assessment plans, training RBTs. It's a lot of paperwork. So it's not the same. Okay, just me. So I have the list of course. Let me see. I have a YouTube video. I'm just gonna comment because I don't remember. I know one of them was Capella University. I think the other one was Purdue, but let me just give you my YouTube channel so you can see for yourself. It's less than 6-minute video, less than 6 minutes. BCABA tipster. And tomorrow I'm going to be posting every Wednesday I post a video. Tomorrow I'm going to post a video of the full live interview that I've done with the BCABA. I also work as a sub in a school from PK through 12 and ESC students. Oh, okay, just me. So that's good, right? You have relevant experience, but like I stated, so the only thing is, I know you're gaining I think you said you're gaining experience as an RBT, right? So again, doing the paperwork is just not going to be the same thing. That's why I'm like, the RBT does not prepare you for the RBT task, does not prepare you for at least managing all these cases and all that. Okay, cool. So it's just up to you, right? At least if you pursue the BCABA track, you got a bachelor's degree, you pursue the 6 courses, right? At least that puts you in a better position for you to see, not only are you making more money, because you live in Florida, so Florida is a good state that hires BCABAs. Not only are you earning more money, just me, right? But you're gaining the experience, you're gaining the skills, and then at least you're not that pressured. You have support from the BCBA because you're working together. Y'all doing the assessment plans, whatever. So, it's different. So you're gaining all of that, so you're gaining all of that. So I just highly recommend it. And if you feel like you cannot do the BCABA role, just me, I do have a posting with similar BCABA jobs. Okay. So I'm on live every day. I think tomorrow I will talk about that. So if you want to hop on tomorrow, between 6 to 8 p.m. EST, I will talk about the similar BCABA jobs. Doesn't require the BCABA certification, but the pay is very low. I mean, compared to BCABA. So it's like 25 and up. You know, well, 25, I would say like $20 to $30. The 30 is really pushing it for real. Like it's really pushing it. So yeah, y'all. So listen, many of y'all that are RBTs, they are saying that the behavior analytic coursework, it is part, I mean, they will take that as part of your PDUs, meaning they will say, you know what, because you completed the university behavior analytic coursework, we will consider that as part of your PDUs. So that's when I'm like, they're basically just encouraging y'all not to just pursue a higher education, but to get that certification. The only thing that does not include, and I'm going to flip the camera so y'all can see. So this is where it says it right here, but I'm going to flip the camera. So the only thing that doesn't include for your PDUs is a list. Oh, my bad, y'all. This is in your RBT handbook, okay? Ongoing RBT supervision, client-specific training, and supervised field work towards your BCBA or BCABA certification. But the analytic coursework at an accredited university counts towards your PDUs. So this is cool, y'all. Let me see. An organization in service training related to behavior analytics service delivery. What the heck does that mean? Okay, does not include training on a specific client's program. Okay, I see what they're talking about. So maybe just the application of ABA. I think that's what they're talking about. So I was looking at this, y'all, this first box. So yeah, guys. Okay. So I am open to answer any questions you guys may have about the BCABA track. Usually my energy be high, y'all, but I'm just so like, oh, I need to go to sleep. I really need to go to sleep. But any questions you guys may have, considering like, okay, well, should I become a BCABA? Does it make sense for me to become a BCABA? Annabelle, I want to go to graduate school like next year. So should I still pursue the BCABA? No. Like my advice is this: if you plan to go back to school to get your master's degree in less than a year or within a year, don't do it, because it takes, my thing is this, right? If you do it less than a year, it takes at least 1 year for you to become a BCABA. At least. The most is a year and a half. So it gotta make sense. That's why I said it makes sense for people who are going to have their master's degree, going to go back to school to get their master's degree in 2 years. Because it's like, okay, at least it gives you a year and a half to obtain your certification. You're earning more money, okay? You have paid security. You're having relevant skills, even if it's for a few months. And then boom, you want to become the BCBA, then fine. But you know how many people pursue their master's degree and they don't become a BCBA, but they work as a BCABA and they're pursuing their master's degree in another field, and then it's helping them. I mean, some of it is like counseling, maybe social work, whatever it is. That BCABA role is helping them and they're earning more money. Like, I'm just saying, you don't have to, like, I think people feel like they have to be a BCBA. Oh, I have to. No, you don't have to. You literally don't. You don't have to. So that's why I just try to push that. I'm like, listen, like, you don't even have to be a BCABA, but don't feel like you have to be a BCBA. You know, if your excuse is, and it could be relevant, whatever, but if your excuse is, well, what about insurance? What about insurance? Listen, like, I'm trying to tell y'all something. When it comes to insurance and demand, right? Because earlier this year, they were offering BCBAs up to $120 an hour because there was a BCBA shortage. I saw all these job postings, BCBAs, $120, $100, $90. I said, where are these people getting this money from? 120 $120 an hour. And now look at, if you look on Indeed right now, you barely see those offers. You don't see that 120 no more. You don't really see that $90 no more. It was so many earlier this year. All of a sudden it dropped. So I'm just trying to tell y'all, trends, listen, the same way the trends for TikTok come and go is the same way for the careers. But doesn't mean the position is not valuable. They keep the same way they said, oh yeah, insurance is not reimbursing for BCABAs. I heard that back in 2022. Guess what? 2023, boom, it went up. From 2023 to 2024, boom, it went up. Like, it skyrocketed actually for the BCABA role. And this year, I showed y'all on the live on Indeed, nationwide job postings for BCABAs up to $70 an hour. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. People that want to give you word of mouth, like, oh yeah, they said, it's just a trend. Whatever the trend is happening, I don't know. I told y'all in Georgia, I used to live in Georgia for a year and a half. They never hired for BCABAs. Never. All of a sudden, bro, I'm seeing more than 5 job postings in Georgia. And I used to see 0 for a year and a half. 0. Now I'm seeing like 5 or 6. What is happening? People are saying, oh, they're taking out this role. Well, that's not what it's looking like. All of a sudden, states that never hired for this role are all of a sudden hiring for this role. So these are the things, so like I said, do your own research. I can come here and tell y'all stuff. I flip my camera. I show y'all what I'm reading so y'all can see what's going on, right? But at the end of the day, I tell y'all, hey, I don't live at your state. I don't know what's going on in your state. You know, like, so you got to see exactly what is happening. Now, if your state, like Tennessee, right? Tennessee don't really hire BCABAs like that, but they don't pay BCBAs well either. We looked at it the other day. They offering BCBAs like $35 an hour. And this is a master's degree level. I'll be darned if somebody offered me that master's degree. Heck no. So I told the person, I said, you might as well relocate. Get the certification. If it's BCABA or BCBA, get the certification, but you might as well relocate because they're paying you trash over there. They're offering trash money as a BCABA and a BCBA. The pay difference is $5, y'all. It's sad. So I'm just saying, like, you got to do your research. And then even if you don't know where to look at, look on Indeed. Look on Indeed and see, okay, what is happening? When you look on Indeed, type the full role, board certified assistant behavior analyst. Type it up fully, put your state. Don't put where you live. Put your full state. And see exactly, okay, let me see what is happening in the state of Louisiana, in the state of California, wherever you live at, so you can see the current trends. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. So the BACB said that the behavior analytic courses counts towards your PDUs. The behavior analytic courses are the 6 courses you see on the BCABA handbook or the BCBA handbook, whichever path you choose. Only the courses count. Now, the thing is this is a 2-year recertification process. It's not a whole year. Okay, so if you want to do the BCABA track, you can. If you take the courses, you can. But let's say this, right? Because when you take the BCABA or BCBA, you got to have your degree. So let's say you just started school and then you're in your bachelor's degree. That's a 3-year program. You just started school and then you enrolled in the BCABA track. Now you're a year and a half in, you completed the track, you completed the hours, but you still need to finish school. So that means you cannot take the BCABA or BCBA exam until you finish the school so you can get your degree. Once you have that degree, you can turn in your degree and the BC and your transcripts that shows the courses that you took for the BCABA track. You turn it into the BACB your in your BACB account, okay, and your fieldwork hours. So you still need, like, that's why I said many of you guys that are in your undergrad program, you still, like, you probably just started, or you got 2 years left, 2.5 years left. You might as well just take them courses, because it's still gonna count towards your PDUs. This is a 2-year recertification process. If you have over 2 years for you to complete your degree, you might as well just take the courses and then start enrolling and then start accruing them fieldwork hours to become a BCABA. It just makes sense. You're already in school. It makes sense. Get them hours done. And then once you have that degree, you're locked in. Take the exam, pass it, boom, you're locked in with with hot pay increase, pay security. It counts towards your PDUs. They want you guys to have a higher education, so you might as well just do it. That's doing my 40-hour training for RBT. Lord, this is a lot, but worth it. I'm telling you, I don't know if you are planning to pursue the BCBA or BCABA track later on in life, but I'm telling you, the 40 hours ain't nothing compared to the BCABA or BCBA track, but it is definitely worth it being an RBT if you know this is something that you have a strong desire to do. Like, you want to be in this role, you want to help the individuals with disabilities. Yes, it is worth it. Again, there's a lot of ups and downs, and I'm not gonna sit here and like, watch out for this, watch out for that. No, I don't want to project the stuff that I face. But what I would say is this: never let any ABA company take away the passion that is in your heart. Never allow people, like even parents, some of them, maybe they're just very frustrated and it seems like they're not serious about ABA therapy. Don't allow yourself to be frustrated. Don't take it personal. Because what happens is, a lot of people that come into this role, they lose their passion to help the children after 1 year, after a couple months, after 2 years. And it's really because of their experience with the companies and the experience with the children, parents, and all of that stuff. So just, I don't know what your faith is, but my faith is in Jesus. And then he was the only one that kept me from not leaving, because I wanted to get out of that place. Seriously, I was done. But he said, nope, not yet. So whatever you do, don't allow that to be taken from you. This is a calling. People, that's why I don't like telling people, oh, you're going to make all this money. Listen, as an RBT, you can as an RBT, but it's not about the money. Because first and foremost, some of these companies don't compensate when the client cancels. So don't get all hype. That $30 times 30 that you calculated on your phone, you're not going to get that every week. So let's just chill, right? For real, that's the main issue. But if you don't have the right heart, you're not gonna last that long. You're not gonna last. I'm in Tennessee. Do you know anything about ABS kids? No, I actually don't. I never work with them. I know it's a big company, but I never work with them. All right, y'all. So, I'm actually going to leave this live early. I'm going to go on live tomorrow. Hopefully, I feel way much better. But I'm going to go on live tomorrow between 6 to 8 p.m. and talk about the similar BCABA job roles, okay? So, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow.